Okay, I've given enough background about what I do on my channel and what I don't do, so let's move on to more fun with trolls. Before proceeding with the main focus of this video, I want to draw your attention back to the video I did last Friday with the example of a troll channel making absurd claims, even after proof they were wrong was provided, and a politician doing pretty much the same thing. But I handled them differently. With a politician, I provided video clips proving what I said was true. That's what I always did when I was on YouTube. I didn't do that with the part dealing with a troll channel this time, so why not? The reason is that thing I talked about before, that some troll channels just can't take it and make up bogus strikes to censor me. The Big Mouth vlogger hadn't done that, though they did block me from commenting on their channel, but because of the cowardly acts of some, I'm just going to mostly leave out clips when dealing with them, so they'll have to make up some other excuse to censor me. As I said before, I've mostly been on text-based discussion forums, and I sought out those forums run by those I disagreed with, which also meant those I disagreed with had total power to censor. As such, they usually first gang up and ridicule me or call names as well as misrepresent what I really said. But since none of those things stop me, eventually they get around to banning me. Usually takes them 6 to 12 months before they realize the usual tactics are just making them look bad and censorship is their only remaining option. It's essentially the same thing with trolls on YouTube, but they do it by making bogus strikes. So, sorry, I do have the clips, but won't usually include them. Trolls will have to find some other cowardly way to censor. Some of you may think it would be best to just ignore people like the guy I referred to as Big Mouth in last Friday's video. But if you do that, it just means more people will believe them. I'll see people post comments like, "I used to like that person, but after hearing what you said, I'm unsubscribing and dropping their Patreon." In other words, the lies have both a personal and a real financial impact, often on people who really depend on their channels and are doing good work. But the trolls act like they aren't hurting real people. Today, for an example of lies by one troll leading to more trolls, I'll focus on a YouTube channel who apparently started because of what the Big Mouth troll said about the Filipina Pea. Since he was mostly just repeating Big Mouth's lies, I'll refer to this guy as Mini Mouth. The channel no longer exists. I didn't do anything to shut him down though. I'm not into censorship. I just pointed out the facts. Maybe he decided it was best to just quit rather than keep looking bad. Anyway, he had basically two lines of attack on the Filipina Pea. The vast majority was blind repetition of the lies Big Mouth made about dating P and the other attacks Big Mouth made. If you saw last Friday's video, you also know Big Mouth's own videos proved it was a different girl, thus nothing he said was really about P. But this other troll just believed Big Mouth anyway and regurgitated the attacks. So I reacted to his videos, documenting that Big Mouth was wrong, thus Mini Mouth was wrong too. As usual, I was ridiculed and Mini Mouth even said he would promote my channel. He had no idea what he was getting himself into. After my first video reaction to Mini Mouth, he made a video reaction to me. Get this, even though all the claims about P and her family being scammers, etc. were completely based on what the Big Mouth troll falsely claimed, Mini Mouth actually said this.
So if you can get this Larry to admit he lied, that has no bearing on my message.
Really? He said that? How can you base all your attacks on the claims of one guy and declare it doesn't even matter if he admits he lied? But that's what a lot of trolls are like. They decide they want to attack someone and they don't mind making stuff up to do so. Mini Mouth claimed the Filipina Pea was raised by pension chasers, that her mother married an American and lived in America until his death, got his pension, and moved back to the Philippines. Also said P's aunt, who owned the compound Big Mouth lived in with his actual girlfriend, also took advantage of foreigners, and all the other girls living there were raised to be pension chasers, including P. All these claims were 100% solely based on what Big Mouth falsely claimed, and all were wrong since it wasn't P that Big Mouth was dating. So how does this Mini Mouth deal with the fact that the videos Big Mouth claimed would show him living with P didn't show her at all? They only show him living with some other girl and not P. Well, you just make up possibilities. It's a troll thing you don't understand. Minnie Mouth said maybe Big Mouth meant the videos were on his Patreon channel. But that isn't what Big Mouth said. He didn't even say that when it was pointed out that there were no such videos on YouTube. Besides, Big Mouth said they were from when he first got there in 2017. Big Mouth didn't start his Patreon until 2 years later. But like most trolls who attack women, Minnie Mouth also had to make an issue about P's physical appearance. That must be a rule in the troll handbook, a handbook which was probably issued in middle school. You know, like how both schoolboys and schoolgirls will make fun of someone's looks, even if the target is attractive if they don't like them. We'll show more of this in later videos. In this particular case, Minnie Mouth takes a screenshot from one of P's videos and acts like it is some great discovery of P without makeup. But since it was from P's video, it's hardly a great discovery since P released it herself. But it didn't stop there. The image quality was quite bad. I know the video it came from, and in the original, she looks just fine. But he does more. He clearly worked to find just the right place in the video where she has an odd look on her face. That, of course, is meaningless. Let me take a video of pretty much anyone doing ordinary things, like talking, and I can find that fraction of a second where their face has an odd expression you'll never notice in a video. That's like when you take a group picture and you see someone's eyes are closed. They may look odd in that group picture, but it means nothing more than they blinked at the wrong time. Minnie Mouth was just desperate to find anything to criticize, but it just made him look weak with such a stupid example. And he did this while claiming to be protecting Philippine culture. But they have laws in the Philippines against trashing others. Maybe that's why he took down his own channel. Minnie Mouth followed with another video of made-up claims. Some people never learn. But at least he is making up his own lies this time. He claimed P didn't promote other people's YouTube channels, but she did. Each time she interviewed someone, she promoted their channel if they had one. We have plenty of clips.
Diana has her own YouTube channel, so if you'd like to keep up with their adventures, I encourage you to take a look.
She has a blog, Filipina Experience.
Filipina Experience, alright. Brand new channel, Legally Filipina. Filipina attorney with the heart. And guys, check out her channel.
Thank you. Thank you.
Aw, my pleasure. Can you tell my viewers about your YouTube channel so that they can also check it out?
Oh, it's kind of you to ask.
Roy and Mildred have started their own YouTube channel to chronicle their journey. The name of the channel is Mildroy, and I've left a link to it in both the description box and in my top pinned comment.
Minnie Mouth also claimed that the Paul All Dog New Tricks channel did 2 interviews with her and deleted the first, which supposedly included stuff she doesn't want known. Nothing we can actually check supports any of the attacks Minnie Mouth or Big Mouth made. So I guess basing a claim on something that he says was deleted is his next best thing since it can't be checked. So I did the logical thing. I emailed Paul and asked him. He said he only interviewed P that one time. Why didn't Minnie Mouth check like I did? Another claim was that it was P who approached the 3 expat vloggers who interviewed her rather than those vloggers approaching P. So many problems with that claim. One is that he doesn't actually know, so why did he even bring it up? Second, maybe it was both. That is, maybe she did approach one, but not all. He doesn't know. But the third problem is the big one, because even if she did approach them, so what? They made the choice whether to do it or not. Nothing wrong with approaching them first, even if that did happen. This is some of the nonsense trolls use, but fortunately, it is also easy to point to as a sign of their problem with ethics. Minnie Mouth also needed an excuse for the fact we found out Big Mouth was dating someone else rather than P, and that girlfriend is in Big Mouth's early videos. How can he possibly still make it about P? Well, that's where a favorite troll tactic comes in. Make a baseless assumption.
Maybe he dated her on the side, or it was just one date. Whatever. I don't care either way.
Not only does nothing show he dated her on the side, The exact home Big Mouth said he lived in with P actually had the other girl living there. And the trip to a ball hall resort, which Big Mouth specifically said he made with P and some friends of his, was also documented in his videos. Same girl there too, not P. So nothing to even show he dated P on the side. Literally nothing. How can Minnie Mouth not care when his source is wrong across the board? The things Big Mouth said about his actual girlfriend may have been true about her and her family, or he may have lied about that as well. But everything points to Big Mouth never being with a Filipina P. What kind of twisted mind keeps making such bogus attacks to the point Minnie Mouth actually says he doesn't care if his own source was lying? I'll always fight against such people. Thanks for watching, and don't let the trolls stop you from speaking out.